Have you ever wondered about the stories that lie beneath the surface? The secrets that time has tucked away? Today, we're gonna unravel one such story. A story that has intrigued historians and enthusiasts for over a century. A story that involves a ship, an iceberg, and a tragic end. Yes, we're talking about the famous Titanic. But what if I told you that the story you know is not the complete story? What if I told you that the unsinkable ship was doomed from the start, not by an iceberg, but by a series of overlooked flaws and unfortunate decisions? What if I told you that the truth about the Titanic has been hidden for over a century? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, what can I say? Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Stick around as we reveal the real story of Titanic. So the year is 1912. The world is buzzing with the news of a ship like no other. They call it the Titanic. It's the largest moving object ever built by the hands of man, stretching nearly 900 feet from bow to stern. It's literally a floating city, boasting luxuries that would make even the wealthiest tycoons blush. The grand staircases, opulent staterooms, and fine dining that rivals the best restaurants in Paris. This ship is the epitome of human ambition, a testament to our technological prowess. And the best part? They say it's unsinkable. The hype is real, my friends. The Titanic is ready to sail, and the world can't wait to see what happens. The day arrives, Wednesday, April 10th, 1912. The Titanic, gleaming in the sunlight, leaves the port of Southampton. On board are over 2,200 souls, a mix of the world's elites and those seeking a new life in America. The air is filled with excitement and anticipation. The first few days are like a dream. The Atlantic is calm, the sky is clear, and the ship glides effortlessly through the water. Passengers dine on gourmet meals, dance in elegant ballrooms, and marvel at the sheer extravagance of their surroundings. It's a joyous, carefree time, a stark contrast to the tragedy that lies ahead. But then, a cold, moonless night arrives, Sunday, April 14th, 1912. The Titanic, this majestic vessel, is slicing through the icy waters of the North Atlantic. The passengers are, of course, settling in for the night, unaware of the danger lurking ahead. Suddenly, there's a shudder. A lookout in the crow's nest has spotted an iceberg dead ahead, but it's too late. The Titanic sideswipes the iceberg, its supposedly indestructible hull tearing open upon impact. It's a moment of pure dread, a chilling prelude to the catastrophe that's about to unfold. The unsinkable ship has been mortally wounded by an iceberg. But what happens next? Well, of course, chaos ensues. The Titanic, once a beacon of luxury and safety, is sinking. Water is flooding into the compartments, and the ship is listing. Lifeboats are being launched, but there's a problem. There aren't enough for everyone. Desperate passengers scramble for safety, their dreams of a new life in America sinking with the ship. The band plays on, a haunting melody that echoes through the panic. Within a few hours, the Titanic, the unsinkable ship, disappears beneath the waves, taking with it over 1,500 lives. It's a scene of unimaginable horror, a reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of human ambition. As dawn breaks on April 15th, 1912, the world wakes up to the unthinkable. The Titanic, again the unsinkable ship, has sunk. The news spreads like wildfire, leaving a trail of shock and disbelief. Rescue efforts are underway. The ship Carpathia, responding to Titanic's distress calls, arrives on the scene. They pull survivors from the lifeboats, people who've witnessed unimaginable horrors. But you know, the loss is immense. Over 1,500 people have perished in the icy waters of the Atlantic. The world mourns. The Titanic, once a symbol of luxury and human achievement, is now a watery grave. So, the world is in shock. But what happens next? The investigation begins. Questions are asked. How could this have happened? Why were there not enough lifeboats? Why did the unsinkable ship sink? Multiple investigations are launched on both sides of the Atlantic. The world wants answers. The official findings point to the iceberg and a series of unfortunate events, but doubts linger. Rumors and theories swirl. Was it really just the iceberg, or is there more to the story? The Titanic becomes a mystery, a puzzle waiting to be solved, the truth revealed. Fast forward to today. Over a century has passed since the Titanic tragedy. The ship lies at the bottom of the Atlantic, a silent witness to a bygone era. But of course, the Titanic hasn't finished telling its story. Not yet. New evidence has emerged, new theories have been proposed. The truth about the Titanic, it seems, has finally been revealed. So, what is this truth? What secret has been hidden for over a century? Let's get right into it. The Titanic, as we know, hit an iceberg. But was it just the iceberg that caused the unsinkable to sink? Researchers have delved into the archives, studied the blueprints, and even explored the wreck. They've pieced together clues, like detectives solving a century-old cold case. And what they found is startling. It turns out that the ship's hull plates, touted as indestructible, were made of substandard iron. When the Titanic hit the iceberg, these plates didn't bend, they shattered. The unsinkable ship was doomed from the start, not by the iceberg, but by the very material it was made of. But that's not all. The Titanic was racing through a known ice field, trying to set a speed record. Why? To make headlines, to be the fastest as well as the largest. This reckless decision, driven by pride and ambition, played a crucial role in the tragedy. And let's not forget about the ship's design. The watertight compartments designed to keep the ship afloat in case of a breach were flawed. They weren't sealed at the top. So when the Titanic started to tilt, water spilled from one compartment to another, like liquid in a tilted ice cube tray. Now, before we wrap up, we've got some quick interesting facts about Titanic that you might not know. Consider this a bonus for sticking with us till the end. Fact number 1, a feast to remember. The Last Supper on the Titanic was a gastronomic extravaganza. 10 courses, featuring the likes of oysters, caviar, lobster, quail, salmon, roast duckling, and lamb. Fact number 2, the drill that never was. On the day the Titanic hit the iceberg, a lifeboat drill was scheduled, but for some unknown reason, Captain Smith decided to cancel it. Fact number 3, the drunken survivor. The Titanic's head baker managed to survive the sinking by getting plastered. He casually stepped off the sinking ship and paddled around until dawn. Fact number 4, the heroes below deck. The Titanic's 35-strong engineering staff didn't make it. They stayed behind, keeping the power on so others could escape. Fact number 5, the lucky pups. Of the dozen dogs on the Titanic, only 3 made it out alive. Fact number 6, the star of the show. Dorothy Gibson, a survivor of the Titanic, went on to star in the first movie about the disaster. Fact number 7, the priest's last rites. A priest on the Titanic chose to stay behind, hearing confessions and giving absolution to those left on the ship. Well, that's it for today. The truth about the Titanic. It wasn't just the iceberg. It was a series of unfortunate decisions and overlooked flaws that led to one of the greatest maritime disasters in history. A chilling reminder of the cost of human arrogance and oversight. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What do you think about these revelations? Do they change the way you see the Titanic tragedy? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, why not like it? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on our next videos. Thanks for watching.